Another Day, Another Story, Top 10 Mexican Storybooks. 1. Pedro Paramo by Juan Rulfo. Pedro Paramo by Juan Rulfo is a remarkable and haunting novel that holds a revered place in Mexican literature. Published in 1955, it is considered a masterpiece of Latin American literature and a cornerstone of magical realism. The novel takes place in the fictional town of Comala, Mexico, where the protagonist, Juan Preciado, travels to fulfill his dying mother's wish to find his estranged father, Pedro Paramo. As Juan delves deeper into the town's eerie and desolate atmosphere, he encounters a host of characters, both living and dead, who recount their stories and reveal the complex history of Comala. Rulfo's narrative style is spare yet evocative, utilizing fragmented storytelling and shifting perspectives to create an atmosphere of ambiguity and mystery. The prose is poetic, with a sense of lyrical beauty that draws readers into the ethereal and otherworldly realm of Comala. Rulfo's skillful use of language captures the desolation and haunting nature of the town, as well as the emotional struggles of its inhabitants. One of the novel's central themes is the exploration of memory and the lingering impact of the past. Through a non-linear narrative structure, Rulfo presents a mosaic of interconnected narratives that span generations, blurring the boundaries between the living and the dead. The characters' voices merge and overlap, forming a chorus of collective memory that shapes the present. 2. Like Water for Chocolate by Laura Esquivel. Like Water for Chocolate by Laura Esquivel is a captivating and enchanting novel that seamlessly blends themes of love, passion, family, and the transformative power of food. First published in 1989, the book quickly became a beloved classic and has garnered international acclaim. Set against the backdrop of early 20th century Mexico, the story revolves around the life of Tita, a young woman with a deep connection to cooking. As the youngest daughter in her family, she is bound by a tradition that prohibits her from marrying and requires her to care for her mother until her death. Through the lens of Tita's culinary creations, the novel explores her personal journey, unrequited love, and the profound emotional impact of food on her life. Esquivel masterfully incorporates elements of magical realism, infusing the narrative with a sense of wonder and whimsy. The lines between reality and fantasy blur as Tita's emotions are channeled into the dishes she prepares, imbuing them with a touch of magic that affects those who consume them. The characters in Like Water for Chocolate are vibrant and complex, each adding depth to the narrative. Tita's forbidden love for Pedro, the dynamics of her family, and the clash between tradition and personal desires are intricately woven together, creating a tapestry of passion, longing, and suppressed emotions. 3. The Death of Artemio Cruz by Carlos Fuentes. The Death of Artemio Cruz by Carlos Fuentes is a powerful and complex novel that delves into the life and memories of its eponymous protagonist, Artemio Cruz. First published in 1962, the book is widely regarded as a masterpiece of Mexican literature and a seminal work of Latin American fiction. The narrative unfolds through a series of fragmented and non-linear passages, reflecting the stream of consciousness style that characterizes the novel. As Artemio Cruz lies on his deathbed, his thoughts and recollections transport the reader through different periods of his life, spanning from the Mexican Revolution to the present day. One of the key strengths of The Death of Artemio Cruz is Fuentes' masterful portrayal of a complex and morally ambiguous character. Artemio Cruz, a former revolutionary turned powerful businessman, is depicted as a symbol of Mexico's political and social transformation. Through Cruz's introspection and internal monologues, Fuentes explores themes of power, corruption, and the moral compromises that individuals make to navigate a changing society. Fuentes employs multiple narrative perspectives, blending first-person accounts with third-person narration, to offer a multifaceted examination of Cruz's life. 4. Aura by Carlos Fuentes. Aura by Carlos Fuentes is a haunting and atmospheric novella that skillfully combines elements of fantasy, horror, and psychological suspense. Published in 1962, the book showcases Fuentes' mastery of storytelling and his ability to create a sense of unease and intrigue. Set in Mexico City, Aura tells the story of Felipe Montero, a young historian who accepts a job transcribing the memoirs of an enigmatic widow named Aura. As Felipe becomes increasingly involved with Aura and her mysterious household, reality and fantasy intertwine, blurring the boundaries between past and present, life and death. Fuentes employs a narrative style that is both lyrical and disorienting, drawing readers into a world that is rife with symbolism and ambiguity. The prose is evocative, creating a pervasive atmosphere of uncertainty and foreboding. The novella's brevity adds to its impact, as Fuentes packs a wealth of imagery and emotion into its concise pages. One of the central themes explored in Aura is the nature of identity and the duality of human existence. As Felipe delves deeper into Aura's world, he confronts his own desires, fears, and the illusions of his own identity. The novella probes the idea of the self as a construct, and how individuals are shaped by their own perceptions and the expectations of others. Fuentes also delves into the power dynamics between men and women, and the exploration of sexuality and desire. The relationship between Felipe and Aura is charged with tension, as he is simultaneously attracted to and repelled by her. The complex interplay between the two characters adds layers of complexity to the narrative, as they navigate a labyrinth of hidden desires and manipulations. 5. The Labyrinth of Solitude by Octavio Paz. The Labyrinth of Solitude by Octavio Paz is a profound and insightful collection of essays that examines the nature of Mexican identity, culture, and history. First published in 1950, the book is widely regarded as a seminal work in Mexican literature and a significant contribution to the understanding of Mexican society. Paz delves deep into the complexities of Mexican identity, exploring the historical, social, and psychological factors that shape the Mexican psyche. He examines the notion of solitude as a defining characteristic of the Mexican people, emphasizing the sense of isolation and introspection that pervades Mexican culture. Paz contends that this solitude is both a source of strength and a source of division, as it can lead to introspection and introspection, but also to alienation and disconnection. The essays in The Labyrinth of Solitude tackle a range of themes, including the Mexican character, the legacy of colonization, the role of women, the significance of death, and the impact of modernization on Mexican society. Paz skillfully weaves together personal reflection, historical analysis, and social critique, offering a nuanced and multidimensional exploration of these topics. One of the strengths of Paz's writing is his ability to blend poetic language with intellectual rigor. His prose is elegant and lyrical, with a deep appreciation for the power of language. Paz's poetic background shines through as he crafts vivid metaphors and employs rich imagery, enhancing the reader's understanding and emotional engagement with his ideas. 6. The Years with Laura Diaz by Carlos Fuentes. The Years with Laura Diaz by Carlos Fuentes is a sweeping and ambitious novel that spans the 20th century and explores the tumultuous history of Mexico through the life of its titular protagonist, Laura Diaz. Published in 1999, the book showcases Fuentes' ability to weave together personal narratives with historical events, resulting in a rich and captivating tapestry. The novel follows Laura Diaz from her childhood in the early 1900s to her old age in the late 1990s. Through Laura's experiences and relationships, Fuentes presents a panoramic view of Mexican society, politics, and cultural shifts over the course of several decades. The narrative is structured as a series of episodes, moving back and forth in time, and incorporating different voices and perspectives. One of the strengths of The Years with Laura Diaz is Fuentes' ability to intertwine personal stories with broader historical events. From the Mexican Revolution and the rise of socialism to the cultural and political upheavals of the mid-20th century, Fuentes masterfully incorporates these events into the fabric of Laura's life. 7. The Law of Love by Laura Esquivel. The Law of Love by Laura Esquivel is a mesmerizing and imaginative novel that combines elements of romance, science fiction, and mysticism. Published in 1995, it showcases Esquivel's unique storytelling style and her ability to blend magical realism with social commentary. Set in a future world where technology and spirituality intertwine, The Law of Love follows the intertwined lives of several characters, including Azucena, a composer and healer, and Angel, a renowned computer scientist. As the narrative unfolds, Esquivel explores themes of love, destiny, reincarnation, and the power of music and emotions. One of the notable aspects of The Law of Love is its non-linear narrative structure. Esquivel employs multiple perspectives and incorporates elements of time travel and past lives, creating a tapestry of interconnected stories. This narrative approach adds depth and complexity to the novel, as readers navigate through different time periods and dimensions. 8. The Pearl by John Steinbeck. The Pearl by John Steinbeck is a poignant and powerful novella that explores themes of greed, ambition, and the human condition. Published in 1947, it is regarded as one of Steinbeck's most celebrated works, showcasing his ability to capture the struggles and aspirations of ordinary people. Set in a small fishing village in Mexico, The Pearl tells the story of Kino, a poor pearl diver, and his wife, Juana. When Kino discovers a magnificent pearl, they believe it will bring them wealth and a better life. However, Their newfound fortune sets off a chain of events that expose the dark side of human nature and the destructive power of greed. Steinbeck's prose in The Pearl is concise and evocative, creating a vivid sense of place and atmosphere. He expertly captures the rhythms of daily life in the village, depicting the struggles, hopes, and dreams of the characters. 9. The Book of Lamentations, by Rosario Castellanos. Rosario Castellanos did not write a book titled The Book of Lamentations. However, she was a prominent Mexican writer known for her poetry, essays, and novels that explored themes of gender, identity, and social justice. One of Castellanos' notable works is The Nine Guardians, Los Nueve Guardians, published in 1957. It is a semi-autobiographical novel that delves into the complexities of race, class, and indigenous rights in Mexico during the 1930s. The novel follows the story of a young girl named Eliza, who belongs to a privileged landowning family, and her relationship with the indigenous people who work on their estate. 10. Mariana by José Emilio Pacheco. Mariana by José Emilio Pacheco is a captivating and introspective novel that explores themes of memory, loss, and the search for personal identity. Published in 1992, it is considered one of Pacheco's most significant works and a powerful contribution to Mexican literature. The novel follows the protagonist, Juan, as he revisits his past and reflects on the life of his childhood friend, Mariana. Through a series of interconnected narratives and memories, Pacheco delves into Juan's personal history, the impact of societal changes in Mexico, and the universal struggles of the human experience. Pacheco's writing style in Mariana is introspective and contemplative, immersing the reader in the intricate thoughts and emotions of the characters. His prose is poetic and rich in imagery, allowing for a deep exploration of Juan's inner world and the complexities of his relationships.